Oh, unfortunately enough, that Zergling barely manages to survive, and so crucial. One Zergling with so little life manages to collect so many information, is finally killed by those SCVs, but managed to collect so much information. And now quickly placing 3 Sunkens. This was just comsetted right now by Flash. And Flash is really prepared right now for an attack, but I'm not sure if he's going to go in. I guess against 3 seconds with what he has would be rather wise not to go in. I probably expect that he won't. Otherwise, he actually might pay too high of a price for this one. And he probably knows that he doesn't really have to attack. He only needs to keep the pressure on, and he can eventually go very hard macro and simply overpower his opponent. So another hatchery there and another sunken up at the top, so making a wall of sunkens and leaving only at the bottom a little exit and entry point for his own troops. Savior right there. And crucially enough, map control right now is in the hands of Flash. He's blocked Savior here, and I guess by the time the mutas will come, then he will be able to push out, but till then I doubt it. Setting everything, so making sure that he knows exactly what Savior has and how much of everything he has, getting crucial information there, and seems Flash is choosing to pull off, maybe also because he knows that eventually those mutas are going to come out, and he wants to maybe reunite his armies, his medics and marines groups, and yeah, I think he was going to scout. Trying to scout this top position. I think there is a drone there. I'm not entirely sure, but I believe it may well be that a drone was there, and this is why the mutas were so keen on killing that SCV. Now they're up against the medic and marine group. They're forced to fly away, and very importantly, Flash has a lot of time to build his defenses, to make the missile turrets where he wants to make them, and you can see 5 missile turrets here, very strong protection, and I believe that the main is probably in a similar state, now also going with the science facility and the starport. So the science vessel will also come a little bit kind of earlier, you would expect, simply because everything is later for Savior. So when that science vessel will come, the mutalisks are pretty much done for, simply because the irradiate is such a beast, and you want to keep your mutalisks close together, but not when they're irradiated. Then that's another story. And now these two groups of mutalisks united. Indeed, this is why he went so quickly to kill that SCV. He did not want this expansion to be found, but I think that Flash will at least kind of feel that expansion is there, and I could expect an attack from him fairly soon over at that position. Now attacking this SCV, manages to take it down, but really pretty much no non-existent muta harass. Did manage to pick off maybe a couple of marines, but really insignificant muta harass. And really, as a Zerg, when you're behind, you really have to do something with a muta harass. Actually, now chasing these Zerglings, the Zergling will, however, be able to escape over on the other side, and just ran away. Now the medics and marines are pulling off, and now a line of medics and marines, now that could have been a chance to deal some damage. However, he pulls out. Queen's Nest in the meantime being built, so we'll go for a rather fast defiler mount, because he needs it. He needs the defiler's mount more than everything, simply because there's going to be a lot of science vessels out, and he's going to need that Dark Swarm and also the Plague to even have a chance to stand in this game. And he also will have to take care to protect that top left position, because if he loses it, Savior will be in a world of trouble, especially as far as economy is concerned. I see something actually at the bottom right. I'm not sure what it is. It could theoretically be a command center for Flash, though I'm not sure. There definitely is something there, but I'm not sure what. We'll have to see about that. So in the meantime, also researching siege mode for the tanks, because you'll need them to push through, to get rid of lurkers from the distance, very importantly, and also to push through Sunkens when he wishes to attack an expansion. And now these mutas going in for the attack, but they're repelled. They're quickly repelled by those missile turrets. And a group of medics and marines have formed over at the expansion, and they're going to probably pretty soon push out. And we haven't seen any radiate yet, though I'm fairly sure that we will. You can see that this science vessel is trying to somehow a little bit follow the mutas, and actually 2 science vessels. Good job having 2 science vessels so early. Great job from Flash, and also 1 tank there to reinforce. And he's also building, great job from him building, you can see the bunkers, how he is building them, because he also wants to secure that other expansion which will come at the 2 o'clock position. He wants to make sure that he's getting the economic advantage in this game, and that he will hold it. And this attempt to move past that and attack with the Zerglings and incredibly irradiate and managing to lose only few mutas. So he managed to, it's very, very hard when you've got the mutas stacked to separate them. It's a really huge micro there, but I think that Savior did this fairly well. I think he got his mutas radiated also sometime, I think in the first set, and there he did manage to do it that well. He lost pretty much all of them. He won the game in the end, but lost all of those mutas. Here he did a much better job saving quite a lot of them. And crucially, Flash is heading for this expansion, and he will get the height advantage by the time that Savior reaches this, and crucially enough, he will have the height advantage. And I think that this expansion will fall to Flash right now. He's sieged this tank, he sieged the tank at the top, and the lurkers are actually caught at the bottom, making the defense metrics on that tank, and now going in with the troops for that expansion, finally managing to take out the tank, but the hatchery is going down, and I think these troops actually now manage to take out the science vessel, so these troops will die simply because they do not have the possibility to see the lurkers unless Flash will comset, but now it's anyway not worth it anymore. However, crucially enough, he manages to kill the hatchery, and he will be able to rebuild his forces a lot quicker than his opponent will, than the Savior will. And the Savior is finding himself further and further behind in this game. He's going to have to pull up some magic with that Defiler if he really wants to stand a chance, simply because the Flash is now, I think, already put down that expansion at the 2 o'clock position, so he also has 2 expansions. Savior has 3, but one of them isn't really up and running, the one at the top left. And 3 to 2, it's not a very good ratio, whatsoever for Zerg. You always want to stay a couple of them ahead, and strong looking from Flash. And he's also building another command center, so he also might actually expand at the 3 o'clock position pretty soon, and